Good morning, traders. How we doing, guys? How are we doing? Monday, Money Mondays. Guys, I still have yet to take a trade. Looking at VKTX here. Also looking at TPIV. Sorry about that, guys. Have my speakers on. I'm gonna go ahead and shut down the speakers so you don't hear anything. Alright, guys, I'm starting to like VKTX more. I want one more bounce up here. I'm looking for one more bounce to that VWAP, but I think it might just slam down underneath this 960. But I'm just waiting to get the full range from this stock. I definitely don't think it's gonna get back above these 990s. I've been seeing those spikes, but definitely think it's more shorters. Pulling up the chat room now. Alright. Alright, guys, how we doing out there? How's the mic, guys? How's the mic? You guys, everybody hear me all right? All right, seeing that. I'm seeing that spike coming right now on VKTX. Would like to come in this area about 75, 80s. Need to bounce a little bit more. Axon breaking down there. Axon breaking down there. Could short off a 92 with a risk off of 5. Looking for a little bit more bounce there. I'm willing to take 94s. It's not letting me put it out there. Too close to the order. 95s there on this bounce. Our out would be above 5. TPIV there running a little bit, guys. I would definitely not be looking short for this right now. I was thinking a little bounce here at this 832 to short, but since it's the second time going through the VWAP, I definitely don't like it as it's gone through the VWAP, hung out way too high for me there. I'm looking for a little spike up to fill me here at 495 on the 9 EMA. That way I can risk right here off this 501. Little bounce back fill is what we're looking for. Are you guys hearing me? I turned it up a little bit, so you guys should be able to hear me good. Looking for a spike here to get short. Had the order out there at 495. I know my risk is $5. What's up, beginner? Gonna look to nail that one trade today. Come in and out, guys, and make some good money. That way we can go ahead and get on out of the market. VKTX there did a little spike to 70 and looks like it's going to crack those 60s. There's a little spike. That's more what I wanted to see. We need that bounce up to happen here on Axon to get filled. I don't want to be on the bottom of it. I'm willing to take the top of it. This is what I mean by being patient, guys. A lot of people are slamming on 490s right now. I'm looking for a bounce back to 495. If not, I will not be short in this stock. VKTX, a little bounce there to 970. Looking to see what's going to happen with this stock because it could crash down through 960s and just say sayonara. Definitely don't want to miss out that opportunity. $72 range is what I'm more looking for VKTX. I'm looking at it on a 5-minute chart. On a 5-minute chart. It just doesn't have the answer there for the Axon. That's all it is. Why is there's not an answer there? It just doesn't have the answer. I use this is a little info thing TradeNet has. I kind of like it. It tells you the high, the low for the day, the 52-week high, where it opened. You see, we still haven't gotten filled there at 495. We're right there on that 9 EMA there at 993, at 493. And we're trying to get filled here at 495. Looks like we might not get filled. Looks like we were 1 cent off of it. Yeah, 1 cent down. We would have to take these 93s and 92s now if we wanted to take this trade. I'm seeing the size that's going through there. I didn't see huge volume come in on this jump to short because people have been short from over here. But they could be trapped down here in this 460 range or 480 range. Bottom is 82, giving me a 10 cent to down risk and about 8 cents up. Still not liking that risk to reward ratio. We've gotten that down 1, up 1, down 2, up 2. We don't want to see it get it back above there. If not, it's just building back up here and giving way too much chances to swing on back. All right, I'm gonna look more at VKTX. So I'm just not liking this. There you go. Starting to like VKTX more. Down 1, up 1, down 2, up 2, down 3, up 3. So anything above here, above 66, anything with a little bit of a bounce, you can get in. Some people like to short the bid here and risk off of 70. I think the risk really is more off of this right here, 76. So I'm looking for a little pop up to get short. Don't want it to see it get below 960s here. That would definitely probably just go slamming. There you go. 968s. I got 966 on the ask. How many shares are going through there? 1,700. Looks like this is going to crash down here. I really don't like shorting the lows, but it is on the support here. Has bounced up a little bit. I like more a 5-minute approach to this. And this trend line holding here. Down 1, up 1, down 2, up 2, down 3. Could give me an up 3 to the VWAP and then fade. So we've gotten this double bottom here. So you got to be careful, guys. Don't want to rush into this trade. Want to let it work and really show me the pattern. Yeah, definitely, Brian. I definitely filter out big orders and little orders. I could care less about these little orders over here on the left hand side. I'm mainly paying attention to these bigger orders. The bigger orders is really what changes the price on these stocks, and it's not these little orders in between. So 2,000 shares, 1,700 shares. I'm looking for retail traders jumping in there, looking at similar patterns that I'm looking at to take advantage. See, this is why I didn't want to just short here, because I had that feeling that it was going to hold for a little while there. And holding there, it just puts it way too much risk. Let's say I shorted there and I jumped in there at 62. I don't know about you guys, but definitely the emotions would be riding high right now on a squeeze up there if it bounces to 74. So that's why you got to go ahead and just relax and wait more along. If I was short more in this range, 68, 70 earlier, then I'd understand. But I was looking to get short on this pop right here, just not getting filled there at 990 when I put out the order. So I pull this up on a 5-minute. Descending wedge here. I'm expecting one more bounce back here, guys. Brian, I definitely don't think, I'm the first trader to do this. Probably the first trader that's showing you it. A lot of traders try to hide a little something like their edge that they're using. Like I know Ross uses a 10-second chart a lot of times, especially during the open. If he's gonna do gap and goes, you got to know how to find an edge. And with that being said, I look for big orders. Big orders are my edge here. It's this right here, 550 at 959, 7,000 shares is kind of what I look to see. That's people jumping in short there. So now I look for that person to get a little screwed. With that being said, a little bounce up here, they'll probably go ahead and get on out, and we could look to go short through that VWAP test. It's testing the lows here. Some people like to get short there. Definitely not the range that I'm looking for. The risk to reward there is just not enough there for me to just slam down on here. Especially every time we've gotten these down moves, we've gotten this huge pop. So I'm kind of really interested in seeing a pop before getting short. TPIV there, when it bounced back to 832, just went right back underneath the VWAP. That honestly was a pretty decent trade. I also was looking at TPIV for a jump here. For a jump here when it bounced here. It just bounced way too much for me above this. I was looking to get short here in 41, and then it bounced to 46 really quickly, which held me because I knew about above this 948 could really break out back above this 960. When it failed right here, that's when I kind of looked to go short, but it didn't bounce here where I expected at 37 for me to get this move down here. And then when it bounced here at 32s, just gave it too much as it was the VWAP was right here. I would have liked this 32 to be right by the VWAP. Axon back up there to 498s, 497s there. Holding. There's VKTX. Little spike there to 67s. What shares went through there? 2,700 at 67. All right, this is starting to look really like it's trying to crack these 58s hard. Has that top there at 68. You see this? It's trying to break down there. It's getting heavier. Hey Salty, about that 10-second thing, am I 100% sure that he's using that 10-second chart? No, but why would he show you it, guys? Why would he show you his trades off of it if he wasn't using it? One of the key things that I see from Ross is that he has an ability to trade within the 1 minute chart like nobody else. There's no one else that's trading within that 1 minute like him. He gets so many in and outs that you guys don't really even see it. I traded with Ross for more than a year and a half, and I can tell you right now, he's definitely using something faster than a 1 minute chart. Just seeing how he trades and how his in and outs are, especially near the open. I say about 9:30. He's definitely using something a little faster, whether it's be 10 seconds, whether it's 30 seconds. That could all change. Why would he not want to tell you that he uses a 10-second chart? Seeing as you can probably beat his entries. By seeing the 10-second chart, you're going to see that he's getting in on pullbacks and letting it ride up on the swing, selling out there at the top, and then just doing it all over again. Nothing bad about Ross though. At the end of the day, I definitely learned tons and tons of things from Ross throughout the years and how to trade. And I've traded with Ross plenty of times, made money, lost money. Also tried different techniques off of Ross. In the end, I always say find what works best for you and trade what works best for you. You know, you guys, you can't try to copy trades. You can't copy styles. You got to find what works best for you. All right, guys. Let me know if you guys see any stocks out there. I'm definitely watching over here, VKTX. You're getting that slap down here. You got to see the volume there. You know, 61, 67s. There's some pretty good volume in between there. What I don't like is a small volume here. Throughout here and here, we've had a lot of small volume. The bad part about that is that any volume like this on these spikes can spike it on up again. This pattern really is starting to look bare. You know, you could take this high candle from the wick in the early day, put it to the bodies here, and you got this move right there. That's a down 1, up 1, down 2, up 2, down 3, up 3. Right around here is when I would look. All right, we're gonna go ahead and go short here. Short there, 970. Gonna risk off of 976 here. I don't want to see it get above 980s there. 991 will definitely be my out there. Risking about 20 cents here to get this breakdown. What I don't want to see is get above here, this 977. Don't want it to see it get above VWAP, that 976. Would like to see it just like it did the other moves. As it spiked, it came right back down, held for a second, never getting above the wick again. Just gotta relax, guys. You know the plan. I'm gonna stick to the plan, and that's what it's gonna be, guys. Don't want to see it get above here. Above VWAP is where I really look to get on out. I'm looking for this to go ahead and crash on down now. There's a move down below 960, so let's see if we get this to crack down through that through the low of the day. Those 960s are going to be interesting. Looking for this to go ahead and crack down. Anything above VWAP will get on out. It's at 71. 76s are out. Just want this to reject here. No VWAP touch. There was 14,000 shares that went through there at 973. 973, we got about 3 orders of 14,000, so that's 28. You got about $42,000 shares going through there. Definitely above VWAP. We're going to get on out here. 72s, don't want it to hit 73s. 73s is the VWAP. The high of this was 73. Anything above 73, I'm probably just going to go ahead and get on out, guys. It's a little bit too high risk for me, so definitely want to go ahead and make sure that we get this. If the next candle comes back down to 960s, I'll probably take a partial. Just want to be careful, guys. Anything above the VWAP definitely is going to be not what we want to see here. A fail down below 960s is what we want to see. There's 960s. Let's see if we can get that crack there. Not what I wanted to see there. A little bounce there. There's probably a hidden seller there or a hidden buyer. So we got to be careful here, guys. See 962 there. Got to be careful here. I want this to crack down below 960s. Above 971s and we're going to get out here. 972s there. It hung back. 973. is the VWAP. That's the plan. Don't want it to touch VWAP again. Want it to keep rejecting VWAP, and then it gives us the opportunity to really crash down there. Anything above VWAP and you just get on out. If you guys would see this on a 5 minute, it looks a lot better. That's why I'm still in this. The 5 minutes still looking good there. Want this thing to come down here. Next 5 minute candle is going to come. I'm going to really pay attention to this. Above 970s. 72, 73 is going to be my out. 73s, if I see 73s go through there, I'm out. There's 63 tapping down. Would you just want to see this is just flush away? Just flush down. Don't want it above 68s now. Want it to get below. Above 68s, I might just cover out and just take an even trade here. Want it to get below 960s. Crash down. I see this bid here. 77s at 962. What we want to do is we want to see that not make it bounce there. We want it to crash down below that. There, it's pushing on it right now. Five minutes still looks good. That's why I'm holding down. That's why I'm holding, guys. 5 minute looks good. 1 minute entry looked fine. Hold to your plan, guys. Hold to your risk. Try to make your trade here. Big cracks at 62. We should get this move down here. It's pushing on 60. Want to see a break here. There you go. All right, 58 on the bid there. Gonna put out an order. There you go. I took half of it off, guys. Half of it off there at 960. Half of it off there at 960. Now the rest of it, we're going to hold to 970. Now let this trade work for us. The stress is off, guys. We've already paid ourselves $10. The stress is off, guys. Now let the trade work for you. Now 970s would be my exit here. Looking for us to crack down below 56, below the low day of 52s, and come on down. Don't want to see one of these strong ads come back in there. I'm going to draw my outline. Didn't break the 58s there. That's why I went and I took half off there, guys. Give myself a little bit less risk there if it pops up. One of the things I like about this stock is that I've been watching it all day, guys. Focused all day like a shark on this stock. Did my research throughout the weekend and really wanted to hammer on this stock as it failed today. A little part of me wishes, you know, I could have got filled on that spike there at 990, but never got a fill there. So just staying calm here and patient is what's going to get me this reward now. Definitely don't want it to get above 971, so 970 to me is just going to be my out. Definitely need this to just become a winning trade. Don't want to let it become a red trade. Definitely don't like to let green go to red, so that's why we took half there on that little break there and let the rest of it work for us. I'm going to show you guys on a 5-minute more long what I'm looking for now. See, I'm watching this guy on a 5-minute. I'm looking for breakdowns of the support there. As you see, it's at a support. You see above 66, 69 would be dangerous. That's where it could pop up to. That's above that, we'll probably get on out. 68s now. Want this to crack down and get to the 50s. A crackdown through the 50s could really just start nailing it for us. There's 56. 59 on the ass. That's what I like to see, guys. Let's let this trade work, guys. Appreciate it, beginner. This is why I stayed on this, guys. Looking for a nice win here. Want to just let the trade work for me and establish a good risk to reward. Get in there and then just keep holding down there and letting my winners grow. One of the key things is, you know, letting those winners get the maximum potential gain there. We got this tap up there to 61 there, and it's fine. Seeing as I'm all out, I've gotten half of it out. The pressure is not so much when it bounces there. You see, we get this bounce up there to 65s. What did we see there? We want to see the volume. We got a pretty good amount of volume there, 60, 57, and 61s. Axon crashing down there through that 495 would have been a good entry. It's now spiking back up there to 490s. Definitely one to watch for a short. I'm not in it, so I'm not going to watch it for you guys, but I just wanted to give you guys an idea of what's going on in that stock. All right, guys, we don't want to see this come back above here, above this 65 now. We want to see it just crash down below 57s and just keep working for us. Stock did have a low of the day yesterday of 929, 930. Seeing some volume there at 960s. Seeing that hammer, or that, this is called a hangman right there. Don't want it to see it get above 962 now, as it could turn into an inverse candle if it goes below it, above it. All right, guys, gonna stay tight here. Gonna watch this. Seeing 58s, 59s there. $57s. All right, guys, above 965 now. We'll probably go ahead and cover out. Don't want to let this become a loser. So now that we've gotten ourselves $10, watching this slap down on the bottom, what we wouldn't want to see is we've gotten that down 1, up 1, down 2, up 2, down 3, up 3. We won't want to see it get above the 60s, 61, because if it gets above there, it could reverse and come back to the VWAP. This is what I mean by smaller patterns by bigger patterns. This is a smaller pattern now. We got this small pattern down. We got a down 1, up 1, down 2, up 2, down 3, up 3 right here. Anything above this 962 is the ultimate resistance right now for this little pop back up. So this is where we got to really be careful. What we would want to see is it for it to hold here, not get above 961, and then just fail down through the 956s. Just got to be careful, guys. Just watch it, relax. I'm seeing 56 on the bid. That's a good sign, guys. Good sign right there. Let's see if we get this crack down here, a flush through 56. Let's go, guys. Let's see VKTX there. Flush that toilet. But we're going to stay, you know, objective through this trade. We're not going to get too biased. We're just watching it. Watch the story, guys. So you see, now we're getting that story of it's showing definitely bearish. It's showing like it could crack this 56 and really get down there. So what you don't want to see is spikes up now. You want to see that crash now. So if you see new candle started there and it started above here. So a bounce here is definitely dangerous. Don't want it to be above 962, above that 962, and we could start getting a real bounce here. $955s, that's what we kind of wanted to see there. Let's go. Push through that. Little bounce. Little bounce is fine. There's the crack. We got the flush, guys. This is where if I did have a bigger account, guys, I'm going to be looking to go ahead and add on this bounce or add here and take this sweep down to the 50s. Now we just want to let this work, guys. Pull it up on a 5-minute chart. Watching this 9 EMA there. Bounce there is fine. Above here, not fine. 966. Pretty much our outs now. We're watching this slap down there. 53s. What I really want to see, if it can break down through this 951 there. There's 951. Let's see if we can get this swing down. Next target would be 940. We're getting this touchdown to the support there. Little bounce there. It's all good. 56s is fine. 58s is fine. Don't want to see it above 960s here. Would like to see it get below 950s. Thank you for answering that question, beginner. Yeah, Amy, I'm using the charting straight off of the TIFFs, straight off of TradeNet, and that way I feel like it's just better working. It's all your preference. You know, some people like Thinkorswim. It's not really my preference. Don't really like it. I feel like it's a little slow for day trading. And I've used this charting from TIFFs, and I can say it's pretty good. Hasn't really failed me. You know, it's always giving me pretty good readings, and that's what I want to see here. All right, we saw that bounce there at 955. Don't want to get this above the 9 EMA. Anything above the 9 EMA, we're going to be really looking to just take our profits and get on out of the trade. But what we're looking for more is to get that nice victory, especially with a stock that has offering that came out today. Well, not came out, but it's closing today. So with that being said, a close of the offering can have a huge dilution and bring this stock all the way right back down here, down to the $7, $8 range. So I don't think this stock is going to keep going up, but we're definitely going to keep an eye on here really closely and more of a 5-minute chart instead of a 1 minute to really freak out there. One of the key ways of controlling your emotions is going for a bigger time frame than a smaller time frame trade. All right, here's this little push up there to the resistance. Don't want to see this push go back above 61 there. So you just relax, and you're looking for a move back down to 53. We'll do beginner. Definitely gonna be a mod. I just gotta switch it over. I'll switch it over today. I'll go in the settings and get you on there. Trying to let this trade work for me, guys. Don't want to see 959s go through there. Would love to see this hold here and then come right back down, but let's see what's going to happen after that 960. All right, there's a little bit down move there. Let's see if we can get this follow through. Above 58 is where we would have to be really careful for potential squeeze. It's 2,000 there. 4,000 going through there at 57, or 2,000 at 57. 4,000 at 53. Here's that bounce to 60. We don't want to see 61s go through there. 61 is my out. There was that rejection. That's what I kind of wanted to see there. The rejection of the 60s. So touch 60s and went right back out, right back down. All right, so definitely 60 is a good number to bounce off of. So anything above 60s, we're going to go ahead and get on out. See what happens here. See if we're going to get above it or if we're going to reject 60 again. There's a tap up. Ask is on 60. Be careful, guys. Rejection of 60 again. Got to be careful here. This is where we want to see it just fully reject here. Get below 55s. There's 54s. That's what I wanted to see. So definitely 61s will get us out here. Any pop up, get us out. What we're looking for is a move right back down to the test of that 51, 951. Alright, saw a little move down there. The 53s now. 53s, we're going through there. Don't want to see us get above 60s here. Seeing a little bounce there. So I have this on two charts. I have this 5 minute that you're looking at right now. And I also have a 1 minute chart above me. So this way I'm able to go ahead and really look at the pattern as a whole and try to really guide my way through the trade here. Now I know I don't want it to get back above 958s. So even a touch to 959s would be scary for me here. Seeing these 53s, would like it to just crash down and get below that 951. There's 951 tapping down there. Let's see if it cracks down and gives me that home run trade right there. We want some sizing to come in here. As shorters, go ahead and just slam on the bid there. Little bounce there. There we go. Cracked it. That's what I wanted to see, guys. Now let's let this trade work, guys. Down to 47s. Some sizing getting in there. Thousands shares going through there. People jumping in that short. 946 now. Now what we got to do is we got to see the bounces. Where the bounce is going to come, guys. What's the next target? We're seeing this old resistance of 47, 49. Tap down right now. If it goes through there, the next spot should be 40s. If not, down to the yesterday's low, which was 929 or 930s. So what we're looking for right now is how is it going to go through these 940s? Is it going to go ahead and get some weight down there to crash down there? There was a little bit more sizing there, so I do like that, as people did get short there as it cracked down. All right. This is the pattern I saw there. It cracked on down there. That 961 came back up there to that 960 and really crashed down, pushing down there on the 47s now. Looking for this to keep coming on down and give me that gain there. I got 940 ready to cover there as it comes on down here. Don't want to see it get above here. Just looking for a little crash there. A little bit more crash to take my profit. Tapping on those 46s there pretty good. All right, guys. Seeing 100 shares up there at 51. Definitely want to be careful with this. Don't want this to get back above here. All right, seeing that little bounce there as the share sizing is huge there at 975. Gotta watch this close, guys. Don't want to see a spike here happen. Above 954, and I'll probably just go ahead and get out. $58 there. Gonna have to take it 60. There you go, guys. Not what I wanted to see there. We got that sizing to come back in there. That motherfucker that is institutional right there just tried to come back in there and bounce this up there. Bounced up a little bit, way too much. Wanted to take 56, got rejected on that order here. Show you guys right quickly. When I wanted to cover there, just got rejected here. It's on the other one. Hold on. There you go. You get this error to rejected to the price. I put the execute to buy there, but it just didn't go through there. And then I got rejected, and then finally I was able to get my order out there at 960, getting myself out there. Would I've liked to held? Yeah, you could hold here for this push back to 960. You got to hold 960 as the top of that, but too much sizing going in there. It's kind of scaring me up to come up to that VWAP. And what happened there is more along me just being on the 1 minute chart, because if you look at this on the 5 minute chart, guys, what do we got, guys? We got a bounce up to 57. Only the 9 EMA. Should have looked for 61 to be my out there, as we got the bounce just to the 9 EMA and could get this slam down now. You see, guys, that's definitely not where I wanted to get out there. Should have stayed on the 5 minute and held my 5 minute chart there. Went there on the 1 minute and got faked out. Definitely not happy there, guys. Giving up 10 cents there. At the very minimum, 10 cents. Could have got $30, $40 for today's trade. Not happy that I went and took there. Saw the sizing on the ask, got a little scared there as this stock has done some great pushes. Should have stuck to my 5 minute chart here, as 5 minutes still gives me that ability to stick to this 9 EMA there when it bounced there, giving my chance for this 47 move, 40 moves down. Great trade, bad execution on the last little bit of shares. You know, guys, a little part of me is going to be upset with my execution here, because we should have definitely got this trade, and this is a home run trade. Could come down and break this 940 and really just start trending down there. The only thing I can say is stay to your plan. You know, guys, I had the plan there when it broke down here that I was going to stick to 61s or 60 as my out there. It went on up there to 60s and tried. Went up there and tried there on that support there. You see the support there right here. And instead of me just looking at the 5 minute and noticing it was just a test of the 9 EMA, I went and I was on the 1 minute freaked out here as it popped up there and sold there at the top. There, it never even hit 960. Definitely not where I wanted to go ahead and sell out there, but hey, that's how it's going to be, guys. One of the key things is I'm definitely not going to go ahead and take another trade and revenge trade. Maybe blow this small gain for today, as we had over $30 there. Definitely wanted to take that. All right, guys, that's a good trade though in the end. You know, we were up 62 there with commissions for that trade. It's gonna be about 450, so we're looking at about a 1550 gain or something around there. So that's gonna put us up a little bit. Definitely don't want to risk that green trade. Had a good call out there. Great trade overall. Shorting there at when we get in there, let me see this. 970, we got short there on this bounce here to the VWAP. Went through all this, took out some profit here at 960, and as you see, we pulled out the rest there at 960 on the support there. We want to let this crack the support there, so this out should have been 961 really. It gives us the ability to really come down here to this 947, 940s. One of the key things is we got to try to figure out a little bit better risk to reward, as we've been seeing in the market, not follow through moves. There's not been a lot of follow through moves. A lot of scalps that you can take. You know, it's a win-win or win-lose situation also when you do the half on or half off. Some people like to take it, some people don't. Like today, let's say beginner, I think he took a full take on here when he did it on this short for 1240 and 1240 to 1220, and with that short at 1240 to 1220 with a half sell, he would have got that $1.20 that he was talking about. It's a battle, guys. You got to determine what works best for you. I've always determined that at the end of the day, when I sell my halves, it definitely helps me. You're seeing this hard rejection again of that 960, which is a good sign. You know, I could get back in this at 950 and short off at 960, but then that goes ahead and gives up this whole profit to risk. I don't want to do that, as I should be in this stock way up here, still holding. Not going to go ahead and try to revenge and try to get a re-entry in there. I am seeing Axon come back up here, all the way up to 495. So I'm going to keep an eye on this stock, as it could reverse, as it's been trying to go short all day and just really not getting that fall. So what I want to do more is I'll set a resistance line right here, $5. I'm not looking to short this, more along just trying to keep an eye on this to see if there's going to be some crazy short squeeze here. Above 490s and through the 5s, you should get some momentum there. And what I would look to do is over 522, which was yesterday's 6/8 high. That's what you kind of want to look for more for this stock to actually break out. You see where this 522 is. So just go ahead and just keep an eye on this, as this could reverse here, get above $5 and really start swinging. There's also people that are looking at this on a 5-minute chart with a down 1, up 1, down 2, up 2, but down 1, up 1, down 2, up 2, down 3, up 3 would be hold here to this VWAP, not above the 499 or even above this 497. It shouldn't really get above that. But I'm keeping an eye on it more for a reversal trend through $5. You saw VKTX there reject 960 about 1, 2, and should swing right now to reject it one more time and then just crash on down. Definitely gave myself an opportunity there for a home run, but then just got a little antsy there. Should have stayed to the 5-minute chart. Once we're in a great position, we want to stay to a 5-minute chart, as it's definitely going to help us out later on during the day. You see BKTX here, 5-minute chart. Looking still bearish, holding down these 958s. What I could do now is that if I was still in this, I would definitely still hold to 958. Anything above that, you can get out. But you can get this crackdown here, and that crackdown would be a heavier crackdown there at 950s, going right back down to the 40s. Overall, good trade. Gonna take that small profit, small trade for the day. Just gonna keep a close eye on a couple stocks. Don't really see anything too jumpy. And Mr. Rostel, always here, man. Always here to answer questions. That's exactly why we're doing this. In the end, I think me and Beginner are definitely some traders that you're going to find out there that are actually trying to help traders. We're not trying to just profit off of them. We're trying to learn through our own experiences and really show you guys that it's all about discipline and taking your strategy and following it. You guys know that I've been trying to short down on these third attempts of the break of the high, or attempt to run to the high. On this stock, we got this down move here, and I didn't go ahead and short here in this VWAP bounce because I like to let this 945 click in. After this 945, usually about this 945, a stock has made a decision whether it's going to crack down the range or get above the range. So it's called an opening range breakdown trade. And that's what I kind of look for. And once it breaks the range, now I'm looking for it to attempt to go one certain way and reverse. So like in this case, it had that spike up here. It had a spike up here. It had a third spike right here. And then when it had this fourth spike, that was the spike that needed to get over this 973 here. This 973 and get above here. If it were to swing up here, it looks long up here. But since it goes 1, 2, 3, comes down, swings back up, can't break this here, it fails. And that's all that really happens, guys. It comes up there and just fails down. And when it fails down, you hold. You try to take off the support there. 960s was the bottom over here, 958. Take half of it off there as it breaks down. See if the resistance becomes, or the support becomes the new resistance, like right here in this case at 58, and then holds down to really give you that breakdown. One of the key things you could do here is draw. Drawing is always going to help you. I can draw that top wick down to these, and you see that chart right there. One of the key things that kept me in this stock here was this trend line. I knew that if it broke above here, it would look bullish, but if it broke down below and below the VWAP, below the 90 EMA, now we definitely have a bearish sign, and we're ahead of the trade up here versus shorting down here. Why I don't like shorting down here is that you do get this pop back to your number. I want to get over that pop up over here, so that once I do get the confirmation move, I'm already in the green, can take half of my profit and let the rest of it ride. VKTX there, really playing games there. It's holding those 950s. I'm gonna stop watching it because one of the key things is don't watch a stock that you're not willing to trade again. If you're not willing to trade it, stop watching it. Creates FOMO. FOMO is not what we want, guys. Seeing his curve on a 5-minute there. It's gone up to 497. That's definitely the top of that. You definitely don't want to see it get above that 497. Above that really gives it the chance to get above 5 and really start sweeping up there. All right. Just going to keep a close eye on this one. Seeing the push happen on VKTX. It's pushing back up there. I'm going to let it go though. That's why we're not watching it. And NDM there, getting back above $3 there. I would look for a move back to $3. Here it comes down. Probably gotta test this resistance up there. Usually likes to bounce there at 305, $3 range, and then it could swing back up. Really watching this Axon work its way back. Watching it on more of a 5-minute chart. Looking to see if it's going to hold above this. $15 minutes is what I'm looking at, seeing as I want a big wide view of the stock. I don't want to be so up close that something really fast moving can make me want to jump in or get out. Beginner, I don't know if you're still listening, but I hope you have a great trip, man. We'll look to be more active this week as you're out. And we'll look to continue on in the green streak, guys. I don't know if you guys seen my review video. I put a review video on my stats, so that way you can go ahead and see the stats on my first week. I think stats are very important to keep up with. I've so far had essentially 4 out of 5 green days. I've had one red day, a day that I shouldn't have been trading on Wednesday, and I took a trade. It broke my discipline, broke my rule, and that's why I went red. So in my eyes, we're still looking really, really nice in this game. We've been up about 4 to 5 days green. I've seen the commissions and the rate of the ECN. Also, there's an ECN fee that I've been charged, but it's very, very small. The routing fee is about 20 cents for me per trade. That's what I've been seeing overall. See the commissions coming in every day, and overall on the account, green. That's what really matters to me. Staying consistent, just building my way up. You know, we're not trying to take home runs. We're trying to just build, take trades, make the account grow, versus trying to take swings and striking out. You know, when you come up to the plate and you try to hit a home run every time, you're gonna end up striking out. So hold to your wrists, know your wrist spots, hold, and then that's the way you can take advantage and really get above this. Still watching Axon there. It's playing games there, guys. It's definitely a stock that's been hanging around. If you see, this is essentially day two for the red. On the 7th, it went all the way up and then finished red to end the day as it opened at 585 and closed at 480. Would like to see it get above this 524 because it could really could go long and come right back up to these highs. A crash down below is 2 in the middle here. I definitely see there could be a bounce there like it happened off of 470s, 475s. And that's what I'm kind of more along concerned on Axon for shorts. I'm still more just trying to stay non-biased in this stock, not really long or short, just trying to watch it do its trend. I'm sure some people are stuck here from the morning and are still holding. They're still holding this trade. They got short somewhere in this 990s, somewhere in that VWAP, and they've still been holding, looking for a good profit, but really not getting it. Okay, so CFD. All right, perfect. I could talk a little bit about CFD since I'm not really in a trade right now. CFD, the way it works is that essentially you can look more into it. It's contracts for difference. So essentially, in my eyes, and don't quote me for this, I just done my research and I feel like this is exactly what I think of what happens in TradeNet. So CFD, what CFD is that contracts for difference. When we trade here on TradeNet, we're not really buying this security or selling the security. We're selling or buying the contract on that security. So that's what it means by CFD. You're buying the contract of the security, and the contract moves relative to the stock. So if the stock goes up, the contract goes up. If the stock goes down, the contract goes down. So essentially what you're trading here is, in my eyes, fake trading, but for some people, it's not really fake. What it is certain people are going to talk bad about TradeNet, tell you that that it's 100% fake, that Madoff is a scam and everything. But what it is essentially is that they're telling you exactly what they're doing. They're doing CFD trading, and this is exactly what CFD trading is. It's essentially like I call it like the royal demo. That's kind of more along what it is. It's a demo that's live. As funny as that may sound. So with that being said, I really don't see your share size so up on the level 2s. So that just refrain the fact that that we're not really getting into this stock. So like if I put up 5,000 shares right now on the bid or the ask, you're not going to see me show up on the level 2s. This little information is a positive to me. Certain people look at this as a negative. I look at this as a positive. If I'm able to get in and out of stock without being noticed, that's always going to be a positive. Watching my pets go at it here, my dog and my cat. What are you boys up to, huh? Playing around? Playing around? Guys being good boys? Alright guys, almost 11:30 here. Yeah, I actually do know a couple people that have gotten paid through TradeNet. You can actually take a look on, there's this trader that I follow, Garage Day Trader. Garage Day Trader, he's taking out some profits. I've actually looked at different traders that have taken profits. They've gotten paid. The real key is, is that if you're looking at TradeNet to make, thousands of dollars, I wouldn't suggest that. What I would suggest for TradeNet is if you're looking to go ahead and become a consistent trader, or looking to trade live with small sizing, get a low commission rate, and be able to still make gains like this, $20, $30, and be green. If I took this trade on SureTrader, after those 3 tickets, I would only have $15 on $15 commission, which would only leave me $5 on profit on this stock. And that's really no room. There's just way too much risk to be only making $5 on a move like this. Oh, that's interesting beginning. I don't know Matt Diamond, so I'm gonna look into that and really watch that video also. But you see beginner putting out some good info there. I definitely think at the end of the day, what it is that they're willing to pay you guys if you make the money. Most people aren't gonna be making money. Most people day trading, they just can't stick to their rules. They can't be disciplined enough to really make money in this. Remember, guys, 90% of traders are losing money, 10% are winning. So these are not exact stats, but it's definitely something to always keep an eye on for. You don't want to be a part of that 90%, and how you really gain it is to learn consistency. Learn a strategy that you're going to follow day in and day out. So yeah, like always, I definitely think TradeNet's gonna pay out, you guys. What it is that you pay for an education package. With that package, they give you access to this funded account. That funded account has nothing to do with TradeNet. It has everything to do with TIFF Traders. TIFF Traders is a proprietary firm. It's a prop firm that is trying to get, of course, they have capital, and they let you trade through it. And by letting you trade through it, you more than likely are not going to gain money, and they're going to be gaining money because I'm not 100% positive on this, but they're more than likely taking the opposite sides of traders. If you're looking to get the pro package, one thing that I would definitely look into is I would look to see if you could upgrade from a smaller package and it not really cost you anything. So that way you could start with a smaller package and then look to go bigger. But that being said, if you want to go for the pro package, what I recommend is go to beginners page. On beginners videos, you will see at the bottom a link for 10% off. And you can even get 10% off that pro package. What kind of trades are you trying to make, Mr. Rostel? What price range are you looking for? Are you looking to trade penny stocks? Are you looking to trade, like, let's say, Apple, Netflix, stuff like that? At least from what I've heard, you can always upgrade. Just a tip, like there's always an ability to upgrade with TradeNet. Um, Now, like I said, it depends on your the stocks you're trying to trade. You're trying to trade them all. Um, Good luck to you, bro. That's what I could say. As simple. Good luck to you, man. If you have the ability to trade small caps, just like you do to large caps, hey, my hands go down to you guys. I would literally praise you. And it sounds as crazy as it sounds, but I would literally praise you guys. There's not many people and there's not many traders in the world that can trade from a $60 stock all the way down to a $5 stock. a little bit hard to trade like that, seeing as it's just way too different, the price action and the way that the candles move and patterns move. You want to try to find your niche. Try to find what works for you. Take the data. If it's big stocks that you make the best gains on, stick to big stocks. If it's smaller stocks that you make the best gains on, stick to smaller stocks. Find what works for you. Stick to your data, because trading is not about one trade. It's about consistency. Axon, woo, blew it up on Axon. I can't imagine why you didn't blow it up on Axon. That trade right there, that stock right there, has not been a pretty one. You know, I'm watching it still here, but it was. I'll tell you right now, it's a tough little booger right here to trade. If you are trading this one, you probably have gotten it short in somewhere in the 520 ranges. Like yesterday, it was still looking good there in the 520 ranges for shorts, but I don't really like this. It's like right now, if you got into this shorting right now, 493, it just gives way too much an ability for this to just go and be like, all right, yeah, I want to spike back up about 5. So that's why I've been keeping this trend line. What you do is you draw the 15-minute. I want to see it crack below this trend line, and then we'll be looking for another swing back. It's because we've gotten this move down once. We got to move back to the VWAP. We got to move down to the VWAP. Got to move back up to the VWAP. Looking for a move down here, swing back up, and then fade away. Really, this is going to be an all-day kind of pattern. I don't see this just being a slam down kind of pattern win. Seeing this stock BBIV there go up there to 330 there. Definitely this stock is just shooting up out of nowhere. The float size is so small. You really don't want to be in a stock like this, as the swings could be massive. Reason being is the float is only 338,000 shares. And seeing as this could really get some volume, and you see the volume just for the last hour is about the float size. So the rotation of the float already happened, and long or short here, it's extended. What you would want to see is maybe a third attempt to the highs and failing. Then you could short, but it's really not my kind of stock, as the float share size is way too small. I agree. Definitely, that's probably going to be your best shot there. Get into that intro and learn how to really grow an account. A small account, you know. I did that demo with Thinkorswim and had an account with 200,000 and used to trade Apple. This was like my first time. I used to trade Apple and Amazon was back at 760s when I used to trade this, guys. This is when I first really started looking into the stock market each day at 9:30 to really see what happened at the open. I learned a lot by trading the bigger stocks. I realized that there might be a day that I could trade bigger stocks, but I definitely would have to have like this account, you know, like that Thinkorswim account where you have a leverage probably 2 times, and you have probably $100,000 or $150,000 in the account, and that's just really not what it's going to be. Brahman, I'm actually 27 years old. I've been trading for about 3 years. About 1.5 years live. Been in and out. I've blown up about a couple accounts. I think 3 accounts on SureTrader. Never really one big hit except one loss, where I hit a hotkey as the stock broke a whole dollar point with Ross, then really got taken down. Um, you see in this VBIV, this is what I kind of like to see: an attempt to the highs, a come down, attempt to the highs, a come down, an attempt to the highs, and as this fails now you can look to go short. But really not a stock that I'm trying to trade with that float size being so small. So being a trader for about 3 years has really let me see that consistency is what you guys need to aim for. Uh, I've had wins, had 50, 60 cent wins multiple times. I can't even count it on my hands really, and what that showed me is that I can trade, but can I trade consistently? And that's what this account's really about, guys. It's really sticking to strategies and trying to gain that consistency. You know, there's times where instead of taking 200 shares, I took 1,000 shares, 500 shares, somewhere in between there, and I would bounce between 500 to 1,000 shares. And what I realized is that, yeah, when I was making my 1,000 share gains, it would be 10-cent gains. But what really was hurting me was SureTrader with their restrictions. On certain times, I would make 50, 60 cents, but only on that 200 shares, as it would reject me for anything except the cash account. And then I would go ahead and I make 50, $60, but then on the next position that I could actually get full sizing in, I would take 1,000 shares and lose 10, 50 cents and be right back down at negatives. So with that being said, I started this account, small account, 200 shares is just about every position that I'm going to take from now on. I'm just looking mainly to gain control and really succeed in this business. Gaining control meaning by being consistent and trading an actual strategy, not trading price action. As you see, VBIV failed that third attempt and really just come right crashing right back down. A lot of these stocks are going to do this in the summer. Just spike up and come right back down. So what you want to really do is try to determine which stock is really fluff and which stock really has some strength to it. The $15 and $30 range is actually pretty interesting. New York, NYC. I traded a bit back higher price stocks that's about the range that I would get up to. I wouldn't get past $40, but I would stay underneath 40. Look for stocks about the $15 and $30 range, around there, for stocks that look like they're gapping up and then failing. I also shorted back in the day Teva. This was a stock that I shorted back in the day. If you actually look on the daily, let's pull the daily. You see, back in August, when we got this gap down here in Teva, I actually traded it these first couple of days as it was going down there. It was pretty fun. It was mainly VWAP fades, as it just faded down from about $26 all the way down multiple days, down to 17, 16, eventually going all the way down to $11 there. But definitely interesting NYC for those stocks in that range. What I would tell you is really learn how to use a 5-minute chart with higher price stocks. I don't feel that the 1 minute really does the patterns do on bigger stocks. I like 5-minute patterns. I look for a lot of red to greens and flags and pennants. Those are the kind of patterns that I look for. And I look for it more on a 5-minute with a 15-minute confirmation. What I mean by a 15-minute confirmation is more like a trend line following the trend. So essentially, like it was here on TiVo when it was going up, 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 up. Now I wouldn't want to be longing in this area as we've broken the actual trend line here and gone below it. So that's what I would look for. I would look for more places where I really could get here and get this move back up. Somewhere near the trend line, it sounds good to go the opposite way. Doesn't seem bad, man. I mean, you see IQ. IQ looked good. You got this daily that came right back down. Strong breakout point, 34.50. 34.50. You got that shot that went up. Shot went up again. And one of the key things is the 5-minute chart really helps there. You get that 1 up, 1 down, 2 up, 2 down, 3 up on this red candle. You would want it to hold down here, this 35.10, and swing back above this 35.42. And if it breaks out through that 35.52, can just keep on going, or fail here, looking for the reverse down to the VWAP. Really use the 5-minute chart with higher price stocks like this. I really recommend this. If you want to use a little bit closer time frame, what I've seen traders use is a 2-minute or a 3-minute chart. That's up to you if you want to be a little bit closer timed. I like for bigger stocks 5 or 15 minutes. After about 10:30, I really look at 5-minute charts. Axon just keeps playing with these guys here, guys. There's so many. I can't imagine the amount of traders that are just here stuck watching Axon. There's somewhere either long or short in between this. And that's what you call, you know what you call this, guys? It's the old-fashioned line. They say, you know, that bulls are bulls, bears are bears, and what do they say, guys? Pigs, what do? They get slaughtered. They get slaughtered. There's so many pigs in this trade. Oh my God, guys. If you're stuck in between these 490s and these 480s, and you're just trying to hope that the trade goes your way, good luck, guys. That's why you can't rush into trades. That's why you really got to look at a bigger time frame. This stock really for the day from 9:30 on has really only gave a range about 16 cents. It's really not a range that you really want to be a part of. If you're stuck in a trade, what I definitely recommend is you take a small profit, or you really learn how to hold to a certain number, and no matter what, you'll get out if it gets to that number. VKTX there bounced up there to about 962 there as it went up and kept bouncing there, and the 965s there, just trying to get up there, but really not being able to get back to the VWAP. Yeah, Axon's my only losing day. It was when I wanted to go in on Wednesday and I said, hold on, I think Axon's breaking down. I'm going to short here. And boy. If I would have held to my plan, it would have been a green trade, but it just wasn't the time. The timing wasn't there. I had said that I wouldn't trade on Wednesdays, and I broke my discipline. Gotta keep to the rules, guys. That right there would have been, we would be 5 for 5, 6 for 6 now today. What are you trying to get your tail for? My dog's trying to bite his tail. It's kind of funny. This is actually hilarious. That's excellent. Due to an emergency in my neighborhood, they're gonna shut down the water. Sounds excellent. Assholes. Alright guys, seeing NNDM there really pushed down there and bouncing off the $3, 305 range, and looks like it's gonna break down, but I'm kind of done trading for today. Don't really see any opportunities I like. I'm gonna take a quick look to see if there's anything else there. Of course, AC in New York. Another green day, guys. Another green day. Is definitely enjoying this and gonna keep going. Seeing this BSX there. I have a new scanner. It's for upper and lower daily Bollinger Bands. So this lets me see stocks that are moving outside of their daily range. BSX is one to watch. You could watch that. New York, it's perfect stock to watch for you. And that 30, it's a $35 stock now. Was a 34. Came from the yesterday's 31.95. What's another stock we're looking at? TPIV there made its way back above the VWAP there. Gave one attempt, two attempts, three attempts failed. Then got this down move, up one, up two, down two, up three, down three. We'll look for a little bounce here, and we could get short on this stock. I do think this stock is going to come right back down underneath $8. BKTX there popping up to the VWAP. Axon breaking down there to the 490 range. Good short on a bounce to 22 to 23 range. With your risk off of 29 or 30. Would have to watch this one all day, you know. I really don't have the patience for it today, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up. I might come back in the afternoon, see what's moving, but I'll let you guys know if I do come back. You'll see the stream up, guys. Gonna go ahead and end the day today. Took one trade on VKTX. Took one trade on VKTX there, getting short around here in the 970s, covering in the 960s here, and then covering back up here at this touch here at 1105. Making about $15 today. Gonna go ahead and probably call it a wrap. I'm gonna keep an eye on VKTX for the rest of the day, but think this stock is go ahead and finish its route, at least for today. Probably look for a fadeaway tomorrow. We've gotten on that one down, one up, two down, three up, two up, three down, three up, and shouldn't see it swing back above, definitely above the 73. Would like to see it hold there and swing right back down. But like always, you guys, if you guys have any questions or anything about the strategy that I use or the trades that I make, go ahead and leave them in the comments or the chat room, and I would definitely answer them to the best of my abilities. Definitely want to see everyone growing and growing together, you know, having green days, guys. Really got to celebrate green days. It's not enough to just be okay with it, you guys. You got to know that this is what you want: consistency. You're not trying to chase, you're not trying to do anything outside of your realms. You're just trying to go ahead and nail the right trades. So 15 minutes definitely looks bearish on this stock. Above 966 would look to reverse the trend. Use trend line, guys. I would look for it to hold that. Alright, guys, like always, I'll come in, guys, I'll come out. We'll be back tomorrow. Another green day. We're gonna be up about, think about like let's see, the count's at, was at 62, gone up to 82 with a $4. We'll be in the 78 range on the account. I'll go ahead and I'll take that gain and just keep going on with the account. The real key is trying to build on days where we're not always gonna be green, guys. We're gonna have our red day, but the real key is trying to gain a cushion to where when the red day happens, you hold to your limit, your max loss limit, and then the next day you still have an ability to really stay green on your account. So let's keep building, keep trading, keep looking for these patterns, these breakdowns, and we'll just keep making gains. Like always, you guys, I'm always here for you guys. Go ahead and put anything in the comments. If you got any questions, anything. And like always, guys, I'll come in, I'll come out.